welcome back to another episode of Thurston Financial Consulting. I'm your host, Katie Thurston, and I want to show you guys what the giveaway for today is. So, for today's giveaway, the book that I'm going to be giving is Dave Ramsey's best-selling book, How to Have More Than Enough, a step-by-step guide to creating abundance. So kind of like the financial planner that I gave away yesterday, this one also has a lot of space for you guys to journal where you're at in your financial journey and set goals for the future and to make sure that they get accomplished. In today's episode, I am going to be covering baby step number 3. Now, just to recap, baby step number 1 was to have a starter emergency savings of $1,000. Baby step number 2 was to pay off your debt using the debt snowball. Now, for anyone who is in baby step 2 paying off their debt, keep in mind that's going to take some time for some people and not as much time for others. The key to baby step 2 is to keep going even when it's hard. If it is hard for you to pay off that debt, look at that smallest one that you did pay off. Remind yourself of that victory in order to keep your motivation up. So baby step number 3, this is one that Grant and I were just able to finish, and that's our 3 to 6 months of emergency savings. Now, there's a lot of different factors that play into why people might save for 3 months or why they might save for 6 months. We decided that we were going to have 6 months of emergency savings due to the fact that as a teacher, my income is going to be stopping in May, and then not returning to teaching, my income is going to be a little bit more varied. Now, because my income is not consistent and a little bit more varied, we've decided to opt for the higher amount of savings plan. Now, if you are a teacher, if you are in IT, an engineer, or a job that is extremely stable and extremely in demand, IT is very in demand, so Grant will probably always have a job. If you do have one of those jobs, you can choose to have a 3 months emergency savings. It's going to depend a lot on what your job is and what you feel more comfortable with. Now, you might be asking, what do you include in these 3 to 6 months of emergency savings? Our 3 to 6 months of emergency savings is what I refer to as the bare bones. It does not include our internet. It does not include our Netflix subscription, our Hulu subscription, or a lot of those things that kind of fluff up our life a little bit. Our 3 to 6 months of emergency savings covers mortgage, utilities, it covers transportation, basic groceries, and basic clothing. We need transportation in order to get to our jobs, so that is one thing that has to be included in our bare bones emergency savings. You have to have clothes in order to attend this job that you have. You also have to have food to be able to have your lunches at work and maybe not go out for lunch. You also need to be able to have a place to stay, live, recuperate, so that you're able to go to work and make that money. So for our family, we have opted for a higher savings and less than normal living amount. Now, for some people with their emergency savings, they might want to have 3 months, they might want to have 4, 5, 6, kind of like we said earlier. It's really dependent on what kind of job you have, what you feel most comfortable with. So, thank you for tuning in for this episode of Thurston Financial Consulting. Please, please, please remember, like, comment, share the video in order to win this book, the How to Have More Than Enough step-by-step guide into having way more than you need. So thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.